Warm greetings to today's session of Monday Munching and Musing with Women for Water. This session is conducted with the support of the Water Resources Council of the Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry and in collaboration with W4W Foundation. My name is Dr Bhargav and I'm currently holding the position of National President of the Wiki Water Resources Council and also the Founder Director of W4W Foundation. We are glad to start the conversation, namely Monday Munching and Musing with Women for Water, which we co-equally refer as Blue Lips. The conversation is aimed to share the worries and the wisdom by the women, for the women, of the women in the water sector. In here, we hope to learn about the water endeavors of the women in a regular disciplined manner like a masterclass. Today in this session, we are here to listen and know more about the journey of Dr. Veena Joshi. So thank you, Veena, for taking your time out and also agreeing to join this interaction. I'm super excited to really have you here and look forward to learning from you. And before I ask you questions, let me just put a small bio of yours on record. Dr. Veena Joshi began her career in teaching and research in 1986 in Ferguson College and later in SP College and subsequently as professor and head of the Department of Geography at the Savitribai Phule, Pune University. Her research area has evolved from the basic geomorphic studies on dry land, geomorphology, landform dynamics, or to the more specific geomorphic issues induced by recent human activities that leads to land degradation, soil erosion, and their impact on the rivers. She's carried fieldworks all over the Deccan region and other sites across the country. She has worked in collaboration with several foreign universities and Indian universities. She has published over 50 research papers in reputed journals. She has received numerous awards such as Erasmus Mundus, Fellowship of Fulbright, and also Endeavour Awards and JSPS International Fellowship, and national awards for UG ITS Excellence Award, to just name a few. So thanks, Veena, and good to see the star-studded fellowships you have, and we share a few of them together as well. And I'm really looking forward to understand from you how you maneuvered your life journey. And before I start, I would like to just hear an opening remark from you, how it is to be in the water sector.
Mansi.
Hi.
Before we actually do the question answer,
yes,
can I show a brief PowerPoint of my journey?
Would you like to? How long is that? Maybe
because there are many slides, but I can finish in 10 minutes.
Sure, so go ahead.
So, I mean, I won't speak much about it. I'll just keep on showing because that will be the point of our discussion.
Sure, go ahead.
So very quickly, I just would like to,
go ahead.
Can you see this?
Not yet. It is coming. Yes, I see you.
Okay.
The slideshow is visible.
Yeah. So very quickly, in 1 minute, I'm going to tell it to you that I have put pretty much everything of what I have been doing from the first day till about today, till I come to this water sector. So let me start now.
Sure.
I won't be reading much, so I'm starting.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I won't be reading it again because you have already spoken about it of my so research. So this is my research thing. Originally,
put it in the slideshow mode, so it will be better.
Yeah. It is in the slideshow mode.
Okay, we are seeing it regular, but that's fine. Go ahead.
So, actually, I started my research with basic research of trying to understand soil erosion, gully evolution. So now, without reading into this slide, it tells us how much of topsoil or soil we are losing. Not only we are losing soil, but that has got its effect on rivers and underground water. So this is my study area. The Deccan Tract, this is my study area.
Actually, your slides are not moving, Veena.
My slides are not visible?
No, they are visible, but they are not moving.
But in mine, it is moving.
So it will be a good idea if I really had the PowerPoint, I could play it for you.
But this is file is very heavy. It won't come to you. I will.
Yeah.
Can't you see it moving?
No, it's not moving. We are still on the first slide.
Okay. Now, actually, it shouldn't happen like this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it moving?
No.
I don't know what to do now. So many things to do.
Yes, we are on the slide of my research profile.
Yeah. Now I will. Is it? Can you see?
Yes, we see.
Can you see it moving?
Yes, we are on my research profile, but not moving. I think you have to move from the left side thumbnail. Then it moves.
See, here on my screen, it is moving.
But here we are not seeing it moving.
What should I do? I have. So then, can I do one thing?
Yeah, it is moving now, but it is really going
on
fast.
slideshow mode, you can't see it. That's what you do. So see, now you can see.
I can see slide 3.
And then now you can see slide 4.
Yes, slide 5.
But the moment I put it on slideshow mode, you can't see it, right?
No, I think you have to move from the left-hand side.
Okay, then let's do it. Let us save time. So I'm just talking on this very quickly because so now this is my study area. And my study area is in Maharashtra. This is Pravara River Basin. These are some of the maps. So this is my study area. And this is the Tapi River Basin. These are my study areas. I work on this. They are called as the badlands. These are all semi-arid areas. These are the photographs I have collected from all over my study area. And you can get an idea of what kind of landscape that I'm working on. This kind of gullies and pipes and dry river bed. And then something very interesting that I would like to tell everybody is, if humans do not interfere after monsoon, it is covered with vegetation like this. It is only when human interferes for agriculture or for land filling, then it starts manifesting itself into sea.
Yes,
this
absolutely.
is what we are doing to all this landscape nowadays. That we are doing a lot of agriculture, we are doing irrigation, and an answer to that, the land is starting to show manifesting into various things.
Yes.
I and a group of my students for the past several years have been collecting data, basically on soil erosion and water pollution. Very quickly, I will, without taking too much of time. Rainfall simulation. This is my own design. That I go to different parts and generate artificial rainfall and try to measure the rainfall erosion. These are called as microprofilometer, which I designed myself in order to monitor the landscape change. This is called as erosion pin technique using GIS and survey together. I install erosion pin into the watersheds, and after every rainy season, I go and measure how much of erosion has occurred. Then using the DGPS, this is a differential global positioning system. I and a student do repeated topographical survey. Well, so the point that I'm trying to make it is, all over I have collected a lot of data and try to actually see how much of soil erosion is happening in this watershed. Then, after 2014, after the satellite images have come, I started modeling. I won't go into detail once again. For modeling rainfall, soil erodibility, topography, land cover, and conservation factor. There are two models, Russell 3D model and SWOT model. These are the two models. And again, I have done soil modeling for all these areas using the modeling technique. And then, finally, together with this, I also have tried to do a lot of sedimentological property, because when we talk about siltation, soil erosion, pollution, and underground contamination. It has got lots to do with trying to understand the soil property. And I have done a lot of sedimentological analysis, and this is what I'm just trying to show it to you. And
very overwhelming, actually.
yeah, and not and see the textural characteristics, because these are all scanning electron microscopy, which I have done it in from our physics department, which is trying to tell us a lot of micro property of the soil, which are not visible in our eyes, which I try to incorporate it into basic geomorphology as well as soil erosion. Then clay is the most important thing.
Absolutely. And least studied, by the way, Veena, least studied.
Sorry?
Clay is the most important, soil is most important component and least studied in India.
This absolutely, trying, when people, we are in water sector, we are trying to understand contamination, soil erosion, degradation, and without understanding the clay component, it is not possible. And this is huge study, but I won't again go into detail, which are the 3 types of soil. In Maharashtra, we have got this smeg type group of soil, which shrink and swell, responsible for the soil erosion immensely. So from all this sample, I collected and did clay mineralogy, which so each sample takes about 1 month to conduct. And in the end, I try to analyze. Then second, shape analysis. Sediment shape analysis is something very important again, because it tells us a lot about, and I'm not talking about big boulders. It may look like big boulders, but it is 500 times magnified of a small clay particle. It tells us a lot about what is the origin, what is the clay content, and how much of digenetic process have occurred, and what is going to happen in future. And then I try to put them, this is another important thing, geochemical characteristic, how much of phosphorus, in addition to calcium, aluminum, magnesium, potassium, we also need to know about the minor trace element, because later on, as I started entering into water sector, I realized that this is what is very important for us to communicate. And chemical analysis, I have conducted a lot. And here again, the formulas are given. We are not going into detail about it. This diagram is very important. From each agricultural field, this data provides us that how much is the erodibility of your soil, how much of agriculture you can permit it to do the soil, etc., etc., etc. So that is one part. Now let me come. Later on, I got a lot of opportunity, fortunately, through my international award, which you have very kindly told everybody. It started in 2009 for Erasmus, Fulbright, Endeavour, and what these awards do is it allows us to enter into in collaboration with those workers who are also doing, and they are very interested to know about how the things are in monsoon country, because situation in America and England and all are different, because their rainfall setup is different, population is different, everything is different. So it is a lot of our exchange, and through that, I was fortunate to get international project. And so now I will show you. Again, I am not going to go into detail about the actual work I have done, but basically it starts with land degradation, mostly by human interference, that because of our ill-advised practices, how it is manifesting, which will come in the end. I started with Singapore and then Java University. This is a field work into Java. This is a photograph I took when the volcano was erupting. This is in Java. And then this group, in 2002, I invited them. I and my supervisor, Professor Kale, we had conducted a huge workshop of 10 days here in Pune itself. Why Pasarni? Then later on, this is Lyon, France. This is where, this is called as LWD. This is me in red. Like, you know, this situation does not exist in India. But in all those foreign countries, big, big logs are there. They are floating into the river and they are interfering with the landscape and the water flow discharge. And it is a study, and we are all representing 9 different countries. And then later on, it is after going there, we create a network. We allow each other to apply funds and do more and more projects. And that is how I started learning a lot of things. This is my team in 2006 in Tokyo University. Shibasaki, he was the director that time. Discussion with him. Professor Oguchi, my co-worker. It is the Geological Museum, because Japan, everybody knows this. And then this is Ruhr University in Bochum. This is my team. This is my presentation. My presentation here. This is our team, the core members. And later on, we go for the field trip and they show us what is happening in their country and how they are trying to tackle this problem. And it's a
Yes.
then it's Malaysia. Later on, this is in 2008. Not too much of training happened here. It is more of a meeting
Yes.
and my presentation. And this is Erasmus. Here I learned a
You
lot.
were at Leuven.
Yes, Leuven. A lot of.
I was in Rotterdam Erasmus University, so I did my
You were
PhD.
also in Erasmus. Wow, that is wonderful. You know what? So here in Leuven I was, and then later on with all the students and my team, mostly again it is soil erosion. You know, this is about groundwater contamination. I was working in the lab with the students, and this is a big one. This is called a SECOA project, where these are the 9 countries, starting with India. I have written all the names over here, 9 partner countries. And then this is one of the biggest projects that I have ever involved myself in. In Mumbai and Chennai, these are 2 study area for us. They have taken their own. Every 6 months we go, and what we did, Palikarnai and their Mansi, I would like to tell you. It is so frightening to see. You know, this Palikarnai or Mumbai, I have taken mangroves. How we are filling the mangroves, cutting it and trying to reclaim and build more and more building. And then we also saw in Palikarnai. Palikarnai, they consider it as a waste water. It's not waste water. It is regulating our climate.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so for 4 years, this project, and one by one, this is Sapienza in Rome, Sapienza, this is Vietnam, I made. And then this is the director. They are happy to see in our participation. Katba in Haiphong, this is Brussels, our group. So this is our meeting time. This is Sweden, Gothenburg University, with my team. This is where the Nobel Prize is given, that room, Sweden. I was so impressed. I thought I will put this photo. This is the London Metropolitan University. And it is our discussion. And discussion is, I mean, it is something I wish I had more time. Okay, you have already got the feel of it. This is the Royal Academy of Science. We have visited over there. The whole group came to India. We organized it in our own way here, so much bigger. It is Bombay. We had taken a hotel, and I have even kept one Mehndi night and Sari night, which they held. Everybody liked it. This is Fulbright in Denver. I was teaching
at Denver.
Denver. I was teaching as well as doing research. And during those 8 months, a lot of research. And first time I saw drone, first time I saw many things. And after I come back to India, I try to do, but funding is not very easy here. Okay, that will come later. It's not as of now. So I'm just showing it to you, the landscape which I have studied over there. And okay, I'm come to an end. You have got the feel of it. So this is our field work. It's a rocky mountain. And this is not Dakota. It is frozen in winter. Oh my God. I got a chance to go there in late summer, and winter started coming. This is Romania. we have got a group of Gully Erosion International group. I'm of that, and this is the meeting and conference of that. So please look at the field where we have studied and carried out. This is our team.
Wow.
Endeavour, University of Sydney. This is the Vice Chancellor giving me the certificate. This is my classroom. This is my host, and this is my team. Again, I studied gully erosion. Melbourne University, I was invited for a lecture. I didn't actually do any study. Purdue, this is in Indiana. This is another place which, so this is my presentation and discussion. These are from our gully erosion team. This is the dinner, and this is our field work. And I would like to tell you that all the geography students will know universal soil loss equation, USLE, two models. I have shown it to you. This is where it had taken its origin. And I was so thrilled that I got an opportunity to visit here.
Wow, this is
This
like
is
a
a soil lab. And now, in the end, in 2017, the International Group of Geomorphology, we had invited, I was one of the conveners, it's in Delhi, Vigyan Bhavan. And then they had given me the responsibility to take this group. I had broken my leg. This is our university department, and I had taken them for a field trip to the whole of Deccan. This is the classroom where I was telling them what to expect. This is Lonar crater, where I had taken all of them, and this is the Tokyo University, where I did JPS fellowship in 2018. Past and present directors, the discipline there, oh my God. I became very disciplined after going there.
very
and this is my class. This is, I would like to tell you, discipline means what? Like, I mean, when we travel to this area, we exchange a lot. There are a lot of things they want to know about us as well, because India, people are curious, because now people know that India is not what they had thought earlier. India has changed. And so they used to think about India as people who are, I don't even want to say, okay. But this interaction allow us on one-to-one level about what we are into it. So I learned from them, they learned from me. It's a beautiful thing. This is the international group visiting. It's my class. And I use, of course, I'm grown here. This is, now it has come to India. Geography department also has purchased, but first time I use it with the team and did this kind of survey. This is my University of Atlanta visit. There I didn't go, I had gone just for a presentation in a conference. It's a regional conference. Again, networking. Networking is the most important thing. And after we come back, each time they come or each time I go, 50, colleagues become more from different universities, and we help each other, especially writing project, trying to understand. And, Mansi, you will be very pleased to know that Indians, I mean, they have respect for Indians, because they are seeing the kind of work, the dedication, and the first one to arrive is me. The first one to submit is me. I have never been led, because I am representing my country.
Yes.
I am not Veena Joshi. So if I go there, an Indian is coming. So I also make sure that I do my stuff, and I come back learning a lot. So this is that Soil Erosion Ka International 2 group. So this is one I am sitting here. This is another I am sitting here. Okay. So now, this is very precious for me that they had honored me with this Ugit's Award of Excellence. I don't even think I'm excellent, but I was overwhelmed when they say that this year we would like to confer, and here you can see who all are here to give the award to Dr. Kiran Kumar from ISRO, and also I have been blessed. And okay, so with this as my research journey, now you would like to know where is water sector into it, where is
no, I can see that. The water sector
now
all over.
2 minutes. Now see, as I started doing research, especially in Maharashtra and India, I'm from Manipur actually. I am Veena
Yes.
Devi, born in Manipur. I came to Maharashtra. I married a Maharashtrian and I became a part, but I am basically from Manipur. So I have seen India, different parts of India. The most rainiest part of India, Manipur, Assam, Meghalaya, and here in the rocky part, which is called as Deccan Tract. So I have traveled a lot within India also. As I started traveling, I realized that a lot of human interference is having its effect nowadays. Nowadays, every second day we have got cloudbursts,
Yes.
flash flood. It has never been so hot like this season.
Never, never
In
actually.
Pune, we were sports and we were dying. So slowly, and for the past 5 days, one day Pimpri, one day here, flash flood. We have never heard Pune having a flood in June. So you know what we are seeing nowadays? Within a sector of 3 kilometers, 5 months, we are blocking the flow of the river, all in the name of development. We need it, yes, I agree, but still, in my study area, those gullies are there. They have all blocked it. They block it here, it started eroding here because it's the natural system. It doesn't work that way. You know, everywhere, you know, this thing is wells here, everywhere. I don't even have to tell you. It's taken out. And without understanding the property of the soil. See, this is what is happening. Intensive irrigation in those areas where the salt is enormous. Within 5 years, the lands have become like this. So, see, this is that clay I was telling you about. So now, these are the Google Earth image. Now you can see. It was like this, and they started reclaiming.
Actually, we don't like that kind of image which you were showing. It is like कि बहुत जंगली है. It is not developed.
हाँ, ये जंगली था. You know what? ये तापी है.
But we don't like jungly, na? We don't like jungly and we want to develop it. So clean up.
So, and clean up. और उन्होंने क्या किया? Google Earth image. They cleared it. And after clear होने के बाद, please look what is happening. Soil erosion.
Oh my
Gully
God.
formation. This is after they have cut those. Before that, it wasn't like that. And then, there are so many more things. Now I come to the last part.
Sure.
Then what I did. Then publication, of course, it is there. Scientific publication is mandatory for our profession. But together with that, I realized that what do I do? That is when I began with a lot of workshops in the department.
Very good.
And now I'm over 60 years. So now you can imagine how many students of me are there in all the colleges of
all over. All over.
They are all the head of the department. They are the principal. So I just tell them that send your teachers and students. And then we started giving them all this awareness program. Okay. Then I go myself. This is in Nashik. I myself go there. These are the villages where I myself go. And now you see the girls, I call them. It's all about trying to make them aware. And then Sangamner College. So giving lecture. Next, field training. Intensive field training. I personally go, call them, show them how to do soil testing, how to do survey this, how to do change detection. With the groups and the groups, I conduct this kind of. So because I'm training, if I train 10 students, 10 generations, they will be training their students. So still now, that is what I do. Every Saturday, Sunday, I'm never at home. I go with all of them. And then I do lab training as well, because nowadays we use a lot of GIS. Because it's so quick to use these satellite images, and therefore I teach them the data which we collect from the field. How do we map it using GIS? This is my lab where, so these are the GIS mapping I do. Then I visit and meet the sarpanch, the head of the villages. I take them to the field. Please see, these are their villagers. I show those college girls and boys how to take, soil testing kaisa karna chahiye, sample kaisa lena chahiye, how to collect. They are all from those colleges. I don't even remember who are. So because I have been Joshi Madam for the last 40 years. All of them obliged because they are all my students. I mean, the principals and
That's
head of
good,
the
no?
departments are-
In a good way, in a good
in
way.
a very good way. So Joshi Madam ne bola hai, so that's how immediately 100 people will gather and teach them. I take my own team also. I alone can't do it. You can have an idea what now this is we go to the villages. I'll show you some pictures. Okay, these are all field training. Now let us see. I go to the Gram Panchayats where their milk projects are there. You know, this is me here. Personally, I meet these girls and boys who are there in the village. Now you see, you know, chakki they call it. This kind of, I was so thrilled. I did it myself. See, this chakki, you know.
In
I mean,
our childhood, it was there in our grandparents' houses.
yeah. So when I sit down and talk to them, I mean, look at this generation. They are our futures, right?
Yes.
These are the ones we need to train now. These are the ones who need to realize what need to be done. So formal proper education and awareness. I don't know how much, but I try to do whatever I can. When I go to Mela, because Mela is where people from all, you know, sector come, and this is the Sarpanch, the head. My students had organized a meeting with them, and I actually talk. There are people whose opinion mattered in those villages, and they felicited me. They are very grateful that someone from university take out time and sit with them and talk to them. And finally, I invite my colleagues, they are experts, to go with me to the fields in these areas. They come. And we actually do the soil testing, and this is international expert, Dr. Bhargav Adhvaryu,
Yes.
national expert. He also comes with me. We are co-workers. So I take help from everywhere possible. And finally, last two slides. I came to this water because till about now, I am just someone, a professor in the university and doing research, but some of them said that, why don't you join us for your project in Maharashtra, which started in 2019 because of COVID, it sealed off and it started, and they make me one of the participants. So Mr. Chu, he is the one who is the organizer or the head of all this. This is the first meeting. Then I became a part of this project of River Bachao and save the river. And my first was Minai River. This is a group. And I go as a field expert, mostly training expert. So I show them how to collect the data. And later on, that data is generated in the form of maps. And we are going to submit a report in the end. And this is our Honorable Forest Minister. And this was the meeting I was invited, Mr. Chu. And this is to discuss about this project. And now I still am continuing in the only way I can, that I write, I publish, I go and meet, I do field training, and I take photos. And I'm so thankful to you for giving me this opportunity to be a part of Wiki now, so that you will involve me in the practical projects that you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Veena. Thanks a lot. It is really overwhelming to see your journey in nutshell, and I can completely understand that it's not possible to show everything in such a short time. And as you know, that the Wiki Water Resource Council is to actually acknowledge and appreciate women in this sector. And soil is not separate from water. This is also something which we all have to understand.
Yeah.
And I'm going to discuss soil degradation or land degradation, as we call it, because this year is also United Nations has declared for DELDD on land degradation, desertification, and deforestation. It's the year we have to celebrate and discuss that. Maybe I'm going to invite you separately on Wednesdays for water to have a detailed discussion with another co-speaker on this aspect. But on Monday Munching with Women for Water, I would like to dig a little bit more, because you have shown a lot of interesting collaborations, and you so well articulated. Actually, I think you have answered all my questions through your presentation, but I still would like to ask few questions. Importantly, because the session is focused on knowing Veena the girl, or Veena the woman in the water sector. So a very simple question, when you have such a high profile, I must say, very research intense, field intense work, how do you really balance your life and, and work? Because I can see somewhere you have really managed to converge your passion and profession together, and that's why you are doing it so well. But there is also other responsibilities that women embrace, and they embrace it gracefully. And how is Veena doing her family and work balance together? And also, I'm curious to know, where are you from in
Yes,
Manipur?
I'm from Manipur. I
Which
was
part
born
of
in
Manipur?
Imphal.
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 Okay. Yeah.
Manipur is in news nowadays, na?
Yeah. Since
But
last year, it's
I
in
was
bad news, but it has one of my favorite lake wetland, also the Loktak Lake.
Loktak Lake. You know what? Till I was 18 years old, I was there. To do my MA, I came here. My brothers brought me here. I am the 13th child of my parent. 1, 3, 13. So in Manipur, we used to have just big siblings. So I came here to do MA. Then I did an MPhil. And then I went back briefly and came back. I met my husband, Mr. Uday Joshi. We got married. I did my PhD. And then I started working in Ferguson College and later on all this. The first thing is, everybody asks me, how do you adjust to a Maharashtrian family? Because Manipur is a place where everything is different. I must say that Almighty is, I don't know. I knew all the while that
I mean, I think it's people's naivety if they ask you these questions. I have so many Manipuri friends, and I don't see that it's different than India. I mean, most of the people, mainland people, have this notion to keep Northeast as different than India.
Yeah, right.
It be difficult. Why should it be difficult?
But you know what? I immediately got married, even before I got a job. But for some reason, I became so much a part of this house and this family that, and I am, because coming from Manipur, physically also I'm very strong. I can do a lot of work. Physical work doesn't bother me.
Yes,
we don't have a helper system there in Manipur. We used to do every work, so it's not a big deal. So I started doing housework as well as going to the college very smoothly. And when the babies were, I have 2 daughters. Now they are grown up, married and all. So when they were small also, I used to adjust. And then, so I should say that I got a lot of support from the family, that allowing me to pursue. At the same time, I never took advantage. And I used to enjoy doing both, because, I realized that we have got such a lot of energy. It's nothing. House is nothing, job is nothing, I can do 5 more things. Tomorrow, if they ask me, go to Sun also, perhaps I'll be able. So,
absolutely. I can so much relate with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, because I can do any, and at the same time, I have taken out a lot of time to do hobbies. I dance. I am basically a dancer. I do trekking, and I do a lot of things. I like to watch even cinemas. So that I have never cut down on anything.
It's about
to do
living
something. Yeah. So, and not only that, after I came, my most focus is on the girl students who are there in the university. Mansi, if I tell you the situation, I don't know, in Maharashtra, not so much in Manipur, but in Maharashtra. I'm from geography department. So 70%, 80% of the students, they are learning for the first time in their life. They are from villages. And especially the girls, they are there. The family will keep them only till they find a sweeter, a boy to get married. And if there are 2 children, one is boy and one is girl, They will educate the boy if they are poor, and the girl is at home. So I was seeing all these things. My 40 years
And it's
together
very
with
unlike Manipur, by the way.
very unlike Manipur. And you see, today I didn't show anything like that, but all my 40 years I have spent trying to understand and try to, and this inequality is not going to be solved just by teaching the girls. We have to teach the boys as
Boys as well. Oh, absolutely.
yeah. We say come back at home at 7 o'clock. Otherwise, okay, I'll tell the boys don't trouble the girl. That also, I mean, it's not the right of so because my age difference with the student is so much. Anything Joshi madam says, they listen.
Yes.
And therefore, I take a lot of I teach them cooking. Then I teach them so many things. I tell them stories, and I tell them that after we go get married and go to that family, what is expected? You can have everything if you know how to get it.
Yes.
Everything in the world, because there's nothing I have sacrificed in my life because I didn't demand anything. I did everything what was required. And therefore, I balanced, and I'm still balancing.
Yeah, it is how we have
and
to.
You know what? I love the boys and girls in my class. Every year I look forward to. My life is them. And nowadays, I learn a lot from them as well because they are smarter than me.
Yes.
They belong to younger generation. Yes. And therefore, I can tell them, learn this. So, Mansi, I must say that I don't give any credit to myself. Things happen, but I was a person who was determined. A lot of energy.
Yes, I can see that.
And I have never even thought about men different, women different, nothing. I'm someone who has got a chance to come on this planet, and I will do what I can.
Yes.
I will enjoy my life doing good things.
Absolutely.
The job which is given to me, I will do it. And I love my associates, whether they are my colleagues or whether they are my students. And therefore, I think I'm a fortunate person. And I'm meeting good people like you all. Out of the blue, one day, Anuja, when we were for that meeting, yes. Anuja and she knew people from Manipur. And the moment people know that I'm from Manipur, they want to ask her. Yes. Then we became friends, and she said, no, you have to be in this group. I said, oh no, I'm not like you all. I'm just a teacher. I do a little bit of research and publication. You people are drinking and eating and sleeping and doing only that. But she said, no. We would like to have you with her. That's how I came to you. That's interesting. So let me ask you my next question, because as I mentioned, through your presentation, you have really answered most of my questions. I would still like to know your thinking about the role of women leadership in environment and water sector, and soil included, of course. And why do you think we have so less presence of women leaders in the sector, or why are women not so visible despite the fact there are women like you? I feel embarrassed that I have come to know about you for now, and I was not knowing your work for so long time. So what is the reason you think women are not so, explicitly visible in the environment and water sector? Your voice is not. Go ahead. I can't even answer this question. I honestly do. I see talents. Yes, same here. I also see talents, but I don't know why. Because I have no answer to give you. In my own department, I see, students turning into teacher, professor. They are doing well in the class. They are teaching well. They don't come forward. I don't know how to do. What do you think? I think this is one thing that we need to sit down and discuss, because I have no answer to give you as of now. I can quote one answer, even learning from you through your presentation and the enthusiasm you show. Even a lot of research show, apart from patriarchy as a problem,
women themselves are not taking up leadership responsibilities because they are overburdened with other things. They think that doing small activities, taking, because they have to balance this family and life all the time, they do not want to burden themselves with the extra activities. And also for women, it is a longer route to leadership, because leadership is pyramidal. It becomes very difficult for women to rise that ladder also. But yes, you rightly said, we have to sit together and sort it out. That's the very
But your
idea that
point
we
is
are
true.
doing Wiki Water Research Council.
Now, what you are saying is true. You know what?
The research.
Every woman, especially the working women, they are already guilty that I'm working, I'm coming out of the house. So, and then cooking, packing the tiffin, taking care of the children, preparing for the project, this. So, they are managing. And not only that, I to even tell them, how many of you take out 1 hour for physical exercise? I asked them. I said, everywhere in the syllabus we are writing about you excel, you excel. You will excel if you are healthy.
Yes.
You excel if your mind is calm. And is there any such syllabus which writes that take care of that vehicle and the mind first before you venture into anything? And therefore, our syllabus, all burden of syllabus, home essay. So in a situation, there are lucky people like you and me who
Yes,
were born with
absolutely. We
some
are
belief.
privileged.
We were born with some belief that we can do everything.
Yes. I think it's the self-belief also, and also take things head on, whatever comes, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And I think that is something which at Wiki Water Resource Council, we wish to start some kind of leadership mentoring and all, how to get over this mindset or the block in the mind in terms of jumping into that leadership position. Because being professional is very good, absolutely good, we need more professionals. But I think having more women leaders or more women role models in the sector is absolutely required to actually increase women participation or women professionals in the water sector, or in general environmental sector for that matter.
Yeah.
Let me come to a very simple question here, and you have elaborated it so well through your networks across the world and in India. And I so much agree with you. I wish I was also having such enlightenment in my early career. It's very late in my life.
My God, whenever I look at your pictures and what you are doing, I said, oh my God.
No, not really. Not really. I'm just a drop in the ocean, and we all are for that matter. I would like to have your understanding for these networks. Why should the younger people really look up to these networks as potential for their own profession? So it's what is your take on it? I can see that you have really garnered all your networks, and how it is a two-way process. What do you think? Why should women, especially in India, should really look at networks and platforms as a possible way to enhance their professionalism and career?
The reason for me is in the past 20, 30 years or 2, 3 decades, with internet, and nowadays we have got fellowships and a scholarship. It's for you to take it. If you are willing to work for it, it's for anybody.
Yes.
I see talents are born every year, everywhere. And talents are born in
every house.
Every house. Are born in villages. It's only for me to just make them realize, to show them the opportunity. And what is good about it? Because planet is not only for America, is not, I mean, it's for everyone. Yes. Planet is for everyone. We have given political names to it for our convenience. India, yes. Japan. So we have to explore. The globe is ours. Yes. We don't need to concentrate ourselves only in India.
Yes.
When you see, choose where you would like to do. For others, and basically for me nowadays, I go to these colleges and I help the principals to write project to DST, UGC, and some universities, even to European Commission. I show them how to write. So that is my way. And then they get funds for the colleges. So if I train more of these girls and the boys, They will do it in future. How many more years I'm going to remain? I'm already in the end of mine. And therefore, for me, I did what I could. My students are going to do million more than what I did. And their
Absolutely.
students are going to do million more. And the whole globe is our stage, not just India. So this networking is very important. And you will realize our boys and girls are by no means short from anybody. Let them sit and write, because unfortunately the right platform was never provided to them by so many things. I don't know how people say. The moment you put them in the same platform, they are, I'm so proud of it. And therefore, my duty is that much, at least to show the path if I couldn't go.
Yes.
And this
Or
network
we took longer. Yeah, we took longer. They should take shorter time.
Absolutely. We took longer without anybody to show us.
Yes.
Calling,
And that's our duty, actually. That's our duty also, to make them really walk that path even in a shorter time. And especially when we are talking about, you also showed a lot of passion to really mentor the girls in a stronger way. Of course, we have to also deal and train the boys as well. But also there is something about engendering the environment and water sector, which is absolutely required. So what do you think as a basic social behavior youth should keep in mind so that the environment and water sector becomes more gender friendly, or we call it engendering the sector, in a way that in future we don't have to talk about women for water, we can talk about humans for water. And but for the time being, because it is patriarchal, there are more, it is masculine approach of development, as you are also showing some projects also. We need to really talk about having more women in the sector and also accommodating more women leaderships. So what are the basic social behavioral change you think we have to bring in the younger generation and even amongst us to make sure that women are more respected, more accommodated in their profession, in their organizations and all? What's your experience? I mean, you showed us. I'm sure you had a tough career. You showed the good part of the career, but I'm sure it was a bumpy ride.
I will tell you, it is going to take time. We have to be patient, and we shouldn't stop doing what you can, what I can. And you please listen to this incident. When I came here, it was in 1982 to do my MA. Yeah. For the first time, these boys and me sitting together in the same class. Dowry, I had heard about it. Manipur mein things are different.
Yes.
I had heard about it. So I asked these boys that, are you also going to take, because we became friends, na? Are you also going to take dowry, Patil? Or say whatever, my friend. Veena, अगर मैंने dowry नहीं लिया, तो मुझे लड़की नहीं मिलेगी. हमारे गांव को लगेगा कि मैं handicap हूँ. They will think that something is wrong with me. The more dowry I demand, the better girl I will get, and they will respect. See, even if he wants the society, when you say about society, I said, oh my God. Second, my girl, 2 years का MA होता है. First year से माँ बाप उनके लिए लड़का देखना शुरू हो जाए. और जैसा लड़का मिलता है, immediately बुलाते हैं. And I said, no. I said, why? Why can't you wait for 6 more months and have this degree and go? Degree is not important. अच्छा लड़का मिल रहा है, अच्छा घर मिल रहा है, ये तो इसलिए कर रहा था लड़का मिलने. Then I said, see, that's when I realized what is the meaning of social pressure. I cannot be too, I got a throat.
Please take some water.
All these, I know what is the social pressure. I cannot keep on overruling all the time. Though what I am saying is true. The house will be overcast if they don't marry off this girl at the age of 19. Where is Pune? Where is Mumbai? Where things are so? Where are the villages where things, the disparity that I see? And then But at the root level, everyone is a gem. All the boys
Mm.
are, no one troubles.
Yes.
They listen. And
Mm.
but already, their knowledge, their exposure was so less that kitna bhi bhara to bhi they don't come up. All
Mhm.
I did was that. So when you say that what should we do? First, we need to do a lot of filling before it actually starts. Patience, loving, not stopping, meeting. And this kind of meeting is good, but we should have physical meetings.
Absolutely. I'm going to reach out to you for that to organize a wiki water resource
Yeah. That's what
workshop.
my students all over a telephone call. They keep calling me. And also my mother tongue is not Marathi. But I speak Marathi so fluently. They love me to hear me talk in Marathi. So then I said, I told those students, मैडम हमको इंग्लिश नहीं आता. मैंने कहा कैसे नहीं आते? एक लैंग्वेज सीखने के लिए 2 महीने लगता है. I can speak Marathi better than you. And how can you even say that I can't speak? Practice it. I mean, if you don't practice, मैं तो हिंदी भी नहीं बोलती थी मणिपुर से आई. Because I need to survive here, I learned so many things.
Yes.
You should learn. And
Absolutely.
I don't even think that it is not possible. Because
Possible,
if you
yes.
learn English, you will get more knowledge because everything is written in English. It is one way. It's a shortcut now.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that it's great or anything, but it is a shorter cut. You can't learn 1,000
Yeah,
languages.
most of the knowledge is available in that
And
language.
also, if you want to travel the world, एक से काम चल सकता है. So this is a very shortcut thing to reaching your things, etc., etc. Not only that, university has got the syllabus that you have to write in English, and
Absolutely.
therefore, so together with imparting syllabus and research, I devoted myself being with them, trying to understand them. And मैं बहुत गुस्सा करती थी शुरुआत में. I used to get worked up. अरे why don't you?
Because you are very passionate.
धीरे धीरे से मेरे समझ में आया, no, this is not, because they have got genuine, but their attitude is there. They believe that they can't do anything. Many of my students, we are not meant for it. It's किसी और लोगों के लिए. Achieving is for somebody else. हम तो डिग्री लेने के लिए आए हैं. डिग्री लेने के बाद we'll get a job, we'll get a wife, and we'll live a life, or I'll get married. So making them realize that you are just like any other who has achieved anywhere in the world. को कितना टाइम लगता है, मेरे तो 4 जनरेशन निकल गई. Yeah.
No, but
So
as,
stay patient.
as teachers, it is our duty to make better human beings, not to make better professionals.
Absolutely. So you know what? Let us do one thing. Let us never stop.
We have to
That we are
continue.
doing. Yeah. And
Yeah, we have to
more
continue.
interaction. Real interaction with love. क्योंकि
Absolutely.
अगर मैंने लड़कों को, मैं वो एक बार मुझे बुलाया वो बिग वन कॉलेज में और बोले हम लड़की भी कुछ कम नहीं, हम भी लड़कों से कम नहीं. मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. लड़के बुरे लड़के कितने हैं? 5. There are another 10,000 boys who are so good. Your sons are good, your husbands are good, your students are good. Out of 10,000 एक लड़का बुरा आया है. तो this sentence, लड़कों को अलग लड़की को अलग करके जो भाषण देना, this itself was not correct. So दोनों को साथ में ले लो. सबसे पहला लड़कों को बोलो, take care of them.
Yes.
And love them. And they do it. According to me, bad लोग बहुत कम है, लेकिन
बहुत कम.
और उसी को हम बढ़ाते हैं because they do real bad things. And we
demonize other good people that way.
So when we tell the boys that take care of this, they are your sisters. So instead of throwing, okay, bad लोग भी है, technique, प्यार का टेक्निक यूज करना, लिटिल बिट इंस्पिरेशनल भी बीच में डालने का. So involving both together. If I segregate men and women, we are no less than men. अरे किसने देखा है? Don't even worry about that. क्या वो पुराना जमाने का बात है, 1960 का, हम लड़की. Forget all that. Do as a, like how you say, do as a human being what you can. Yeah. So let us do. I don't know what to do. The only thing that I can is just talk to them, love them, show them, learn from them, tell them what is correct. And मैंने आज तक तो मैंने बोला और स्टूडेंट ने सुना, ये कभी भी नहीं देखा.
I can see how passionate teacher you are, and students must be loving you a lot. And I really feel that how come I didn't know about you for so long time, but now we know each other and we have to plan some things
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Definitely, we plan some things together. I would like to ask one more question to you, and now because you have a clear picture of comparing Manipur and Maharashtra, and also traveled all around the world. Uh, what do you think we should really do as a women network, especially now in Wiki Water Resource Council, to bring more women, to increase our women cadre of water professionals or environmental professionals? What additional things we should do? Should we walk to the schools and talk about the benefits? Should we walk to the schools and talk about the crisis we are facing? Or what should we do really to increase the
Yeah,
women?
we should. That's what, see, schools, colleges, and universities, because this is where our generation, younger generation are. They are the ones to be harnessed. So if there are 1,000 students, not all of them will come. If we do it again and again, and as I told you, there are not too many leaders. One is enough. So अगर हमने 1000 में से एक भी बनाया तो भी बहुत होगा. That will come by hammering and inspiring meeting. So there is no shortcut. If we would like to make a change, we have to work very hard. So we have to go. We have to organize this kind of interactions and informal interactions. Like, for example, since this is your last question, I'll tell you, when I was heading the department, the change that I have brought about, the first change was, I said, यहाँ की हर एक स्टूडेंट को एक बार कान में तारीफ सुन के जाने दो, because their whole life सिर्फ गाली खा के, because you know what, expectation is so much. They are not able to, because everything is based on what you write, and they are not that. And इसलिए मैंने क्या शुरू किया, geography देखो, rangoli, embroidery. I said, do some hobby, photography. जो लड़कियां लोग जिंदगी भर ऐसे करते थे, ऐसे ऐसे रंगोली, ऐसे ऐसे मेहंदी, ऐसे ऐसे एम्ब्रॉयडरी, फर्स्ट प्राइज, then exhibitions I used to organize, so that for the first time they realize that we are human. क्योंकि मैंने कहा, देखो, everybody has born to do different things in life. Not everybody can get 99% in mathematics. You are good in something. He is good in something. We have never provided all the platform that you will explore where you are the best in. One syllabus we have.
That's our education.
Syllabus, and if you do well, and therefore, so everybody got what they, they used to enjoy. Dance competition I used to do. चलो इस वक्त हम योगा competition करेंगे, इस वक्त हम cycling competition करेंगे, and चतुर्सीखी के ऊपर जाएंगे. It breaks the then the communication, and teachers and all teaching faculty and non-teaching faculty compulsory. I said compulsory means compulsory. We are all so you know what? So this ice has to be broken first. Yeah? And then things can be done afterwards. And therefore, we need to be patient. If we stop, because at least we know we are passionate. Until and unless we create another 100 like us.
Absolutely, that's the whole agenda.
Yeah? Yes. Let's just see how to, because I also don't know. But
we will find it together. We will
find a way. We'll find a way, yeah? Like-minded people. There are people like you. I can see that in 1 week, how many lectures you are organizing. In 1 week of every 3, 4, 5 lectures and guest lectures, and you visit there.
By the way, I also travel a lot myself.
Yeah, you are traveling. So practically the first thought that comes to your mind, you get up is water and lecture, and the last thought when you go to bed is that. So there are people like you also. I may not be like you, but I do my bit.
No, you are doing very well. I mean, I'm so inspired by the way you have managed your life, especially also changing the culture and all. And that's what we are trying to understand in this platform. how
Yeah.
are women maneuvering their lives and also doing the best that is possible by them, humanly possible, I must say.
Yeah.
So I actually my questions are over. If you have any question for me, I can take it up right now, or else I will do the vote of thanks.
No, I've been reading and seeing every practically, sometimes at 5, sometimes YouTube. So I know what you are doing, and I'm grateful to, so grateful that there are people like you who are dedicated. And what I have to tell you is, whenever you need anything, just tell me. If I can, I will. If I cannot, let us see what to do. But if you think, Veena, can
Absolutely.
you do this? This is what I have in the mind. Let us see. If I can, I'll never say no to you.
Absolutely. Actually, that was a question which I missed, and I'm now tempted to ask, what should we do from Wiki Water Resource Council, and what would you like to offer? But your presentation gave me a lot of clues. What should we be doing and all? So I'm going to reach out to you to see if we can organize some women leadership workshop for the girls of Water Resource Council, and also take up some more activities together. That will be a wonderful thing. So. Thank you so much, Veena, for this enlightening interaction, and also good to know that you are from Manipur. I have a soft heart for Manipur. I have many, many friends out there.
Yeah.
So it really makes me closer to people out there. And I think I'm so fond of the Northeast as well. And I really wish that the mainland India do not see Northeast as some other India. It is just one India, and we have to realize it, and we have to understand that integration is really not a problem. So I really felt the conversation was flowing like water, and I am so happy to really see your passion and I will say the positive energy that you carry with yourself, and I'm sure many more people are going to benefit from your association, and being around with you is itself a big source of energy. So I hope you also enjoyed this conversation, and I'm looking forward to having more conversations with you, specifically on the scientific part, because in this session, we wanted to know you as a woman. So may you remain an inspiration to others. And I'm really grateful to have learned about your endeavors, and really going through it as a journey and presentation. It was very nice and very inspiring. May you continue your environmental activities, and do keep us posted about it. And we are going to listen to you much more in future as well. We shall continue with our
Yes.
Monday Munching and Musing with Women for Water every Monday at 5 p.m. And we look forward to learning more from more women from the water sectors. And you may please follow the social media platform of Monday Munching with Women for Water. And for now, thank you so much, Veena, and please take care of yourself. And
Please.
we talk outside this platform about how and what we can do together.
Thank you. Thank you. See you.
See you.